So, according to today's title, we could see that it is the battle of the work ethics. Yeah, the battle of the work ethics. Who believes their work is harder? You know what I'm saying? The 9 to 5 workers versus, the streamers, the IRL streamers. I'm not talking about music streamers on Spotify, on SoundCloud, or anything like that, right? We're talking about the content creation streamers. You understand me? And now, I don't know, man. Some of y'all are streamers out there, right? Most of y'all are 9 to 5 workers out there. Hey, go ahead and have a field day in the comment section, right? Y'all leave me the comments of who y'all think works harder, or which industry y'all believe is harder. Because I don't even think it's a conversation about who works harder. I just believe it's a question of which industry is harder, like which people do the harder work. I don't know what that's supposed to prove. Maybe it's supposed to prove the thickness in their skin, their ability to keep working even though they're going against the grain more than the other cats, right? Let's go. Let's see what it is.
HVP till I humble me from the sea, yeah. Mercurial blood vessels, my skin do shine. The sun of the God it under my home is the skies. Don't have to argue when niggas you pay no man. Heard me pack on you boys, I ain't telling no lie. Yeah, lie.
How you gonna disrespect your mom like that,
she
dude?
is right now.
Oh, they opening up a phase. Silky in the building, man. They opening up a phase Silk, man. Alright, 9 to 5 workers versus streamers debate. What is harder? What is harder? Okay, start. Y'all could put it in the comments so long what y'all think is harder. But yeah, let's see it.
How you gonna disrespect your mom like that,
she
dude?
is right now.
You're gonna disrespect your mom and say that your work is harder? That is so rude.
All right, can I talk?
Hairspray.
Listen, so your whole
So
thing.
it's dangerous.
Listen,
Your
just
job
chill,
is
chill.
you would have to actually go to work.
And went to school and still
And paid rent?
yes, I still worked.
That's your choice.
You're high. You're hungover.
You guys are playing video games. I play video games on my spare
I
time.
don't even enjoy streaming anymore.
Alright, let's get into it, man.
What's up? How's it going?
Same old different day.
Okay, so my argument here is that streaming and social media creation is harder than a 9 to 5.
Nah, it's not facts, bro. 9 to 5 is way harder, homie.
Why do you say that?
Because you gotta get up every motherfucking day, go to the mother.
Okay, quick little take from me. Quick little take from yours truly. Right? What do I think is harder? I mean, when we're looking at 9 to 5, right? We're looking at a whole bunch of hours where you may be doing something really monotonous, something really basic, because I broke it down in my previous I think it was dark mode channel, y'all go check that out. 9-6 in dark mode. I was breaking down the fact that the 9 to 5 thing, it's a whole bunch of instruction taking, right? Take a whole bunch of instruction. You may be instructed to do like literally 2 to 3 tasks max, but it's a whole bunch of monotonous, repetitive things to a point where it can literally drive you crazy. Now with the content thing, I feel like the creativity of it is where the challenge lies, because you got to make sure that things is creative, things is engaging. You feel what I'm saying? And you can do a whole bunch of things. You could have like a whole bunch of, I don't know, man, content, right? But if it's not content that's engaging, if it's not worth, if it doesn't retain attention, like who's watching it, right? People are, you know what I'm saying? And that's like even what makes you that, for you to retain people's attention is part of the requirements. I mean, look at things like watch time. For you to become a full-time, content creator, well, at least on YouTube, right? You need those prerequisites to be like, okay, now I can be a full-time YouTuber. You know what I'm saying? And only then when we get there, it's like we must have had like our own way to retain attention. And that in itself is hard, bro. You know what I'm saying? Coming up with like new ways of doing that, like the creativity, and you can have mad engaging videos, nicely entertaining, nicely packaged videos. but you can like drop one to two videos a month and rake in a lot. You know what I'm saying? So the hours are like less than the 9 to 5 hours, but the hard part is, yeah, retaining that attention, dog. That shit is hard as fuck, especially in today's modern time, when, you know what I'm saying, people's ADHD got them fucked up. Like, I'm included. I'm not gonna lie, right? So I feel like those are the differences. Why is my shit showing? Yo, let me quickly fix up some shit right quick, right? I don't know what's not supposed to be on my faders list. It's like, this shit is like, damn. It's just formulated in a weird way. Let me just get to fixing this right quick. Might take a couple seconds, might take a couple minutes, right? Yeah, I think I'm good. Yeah, I'm just seeing shit that I'm not supposed to see. So, anyway, right? That's my little whole difference between the two, and what may be considered harder about the one over the other, right?
The bullshit job and slave for pennies.
See, that's the thing, is you're right. You get up every day, you go through the motions. You don't have to get a good night's sleep. You don't have to be focused. You don't have to be locked in. You wake up, you go, you know, you flip some patties, you know.
That's what I'm saying. You don't have to be locked in terms of, you don't have to be like tapped into what you need to do that's new, that's creative, that's gonna get the people engaged. You just need to do the same monotonous thing. And I feel like that's what the streamers dismiss about the 9 to 5ers, right?
Maybe sign a few envelopes, answer a few phone calls. With streaming and social media creation,
let's
on
go.
your game 24/7. It's like a switch that never
when you're a
turns
mail
off.
carrier, I'm a mail.
Okay, no. You know what I'm saying? Lacey right now is pointing out, because, you know, the point that I was making, right? I was talking about the YouTubers. I was talking about the content creators, because I did say in the intro that I was gonna rope those people in too. You know what I'm saying? And there's a whole there's much of a cheat code with them, because I pointed out the fact that you can literally drop like 1 to 2 videos a month and rack in, like, you know what I'm saying, hundreds of thousands, right? So, but then with the streamers, yo, it is harder, a little bit harder in that sense, in that, you know, you gotta be in front of your people's faces like damn near 24/7. So that, you know what I'm saying, you can maximize on the capital that's finna come, you know, shit like the donations, and the, you know, the other things that people use to just like donate to you and shit like, but you have to be in front of their faces, right?
Carrier, and I'm gonna tell you something, man. I get treated like shit every motherfucking day.
We have to
still
deal with
slaving
thousands,
every day.
tens of thousands of people
Bullshit.
critiquing every little thing
And
we do,
hating
every
on you
decision
and
we
shit.
make, every thought
You
we
guys
have.
got it made, man. I wish I had it made like y'all.
We don't have to
I
go
wish.
sign a
No,
few
you don't
envelopes
wish.
and put them in a
I don't think
mailbox.
you wish.
We
You
have
got
to
it
be-
great.
Look, bro, I feel like there are people, I don't know if y'all heard about, you know, streamers that have like literally did, you know, the unthinkable, not the unthinkable, but like literally off they self, dog. RIP to the people that deleted they self. Like on, okay, not live on stream, but like people who were live streamers, and they got so like the energy, bro, of chat and the hive. Do your homework on the hive, bro. You feel what I'm saying? People that are there like spewing hate and things like this, like these are the things that they have to deal with. There are people that had to, you know what I'm saying, do the extreme and literally get themselves out of here because of that kind of thing. But at the same time, the kind of pressure that 9 to 5s, you know what I'm saying, bring. You know, we've heard of stories that people were like, yo, this is too much, and I feel like I'm trapped here, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, without having the spirit of fighting back, they just end their own energy. They end their own being. You know what I'm saying? So both of those are like toxic in that sense. You feel me? Let me let them continue and shit.
What's the next trend?
Because
What's the next
shit I
idea?
go through every
Oh my
day.
God, I have to stream today.
And I got dogs that want to bite my ass
And
every
you have
day.
lunch breaks. You have lunch breaks. We don't have breaks. We're on 24/7. You got high energy
I wish I
24/7.
could get home like you and get back and get paid
I don't
big
even.
money.
We're not even at home. We're walking around.
Man,
We're walking
I
around
wanna
doing
do
things,
all of
going
that
to
because
parties, doing
the
all this
shit
stuff.
I got
Risking their lives and shit.
slave just for not even 100,000 a year. I gotta work double overtime. Bullshit.
Okay, what about this? You're guaranteed to get paid. You have a
No, I'm not.
steady rate.
You're not guaranteed?
I don't work, I don't get paid. It's simple as
Yeah,
that.
but you have a guaranteed pay.
Oh yeah, talk about it. You know what's fun for me about this kind of debate is the fact that I can see both perspective, because I'm literally currently, bro. Wait, where's my shit? Where we at? We right here, right? We right here. Currently, bro, I'm experiencing both worlds, dog. I'm experiencing both worlds, you know what I'm saying? I got one foot in this game right here and the other foot in this game right here. You know what I'm saying? But with the 9-to-5ers, dog, like the one thing that I can, be on the side about with this one is the fact that, yeah, it depends on what kind of position you occupy, but I'm talking about even entry level job positions. You understand what I'm saying? Like where I'm at, bro, there is such a thing as, if you cut one day off, even sick leave type shit. You know what I'm saying? Because, we gotta take a look at it from a perspective of the wage and the rate at which, neighbors get paid. Feel me? It's like you wouldn't afford proper medical aid. You know what I'm saying? And so therefore, you might wanna utilize the clinic. You feel what I'm saying? Like your local public clinic. And again, a whole lot of jobs, they don't. You present a clinic. What do they call it? Sick note or whatever, right? The one from the clinic, they're like, yo, we're not paying that. We're not paying that. You feel what I'm saying? So you can like maybe you were like plagued by some crazy ass sickness and it got you at a time where literally, damn, you running short on, a proper consultation where, if it's one of these private Medicare kind of schemes that you're part of, yeah, they may pay that. You come through with a sick letter, a sick note from the doctor being like, yo, I was sick, blah blah. They might just consider that, right? But even that it's like it's a limited number of days. Let's say it's one of those crazy ass sicknesses that got you out for a week. You know what I'm saying? They only gonna pay you according to the number of limited days that you were away, not the whole week. You feel what I'm saying? So you dare take some days off, even off of the fact that you've been sick, it's over. You ain't getting paid. So I feel it on that aspect. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, again, dog, like I don't know how every industry works. You feel me? So I wouldn't say it's like that across the board, but definitely, bro, like, yo, some of these entry level general work kind of situations, it's like, yo, it's over, bro. Like the days that you take off, no matter the emergency, bro, you may be having a situation with your kids or whatever, gotta stay home, take care of them, they can't go to school, blah blah blah. You're on your own, buddy. Feel me?
Guaranteed pay if you work. That's your decision if you don't want to work.
I gotta work at the job for
If I don't go live, I don't get paid either.
You don't gotta deal with people spamming L's.
Yes, we have people in the chat spamming L's. Oh, this is boring. We don't like this video.
Oh, look at the OGs, man. Look at the old niggas like, what? They calling y'all losers? Oh, come on, man. Get the fuck. You crashing out about being called the loser, nigga?
Imagine you have to be high energy. Oh, hey guys, how's it going? You guys like this stream?
That's me 24/7. I'd rather do that.
So why don't you become a streamer?
Shit.
Man, that's what I want to do. F that. F this 9-to-5 shit.
Bro, everybody feels trapped in where they at, bro. It's not as simple as, yo, then why don't you just do it?
If streaming is so easy, how come every single person in this seat is not a streamer?
People are lazy. They want to put in the work.
That's their fault.
I get called fat all the time.
Oh, so what? I get called fat and chubby. All my homeboys call me chubby, fat,
Well,
whatever.
That's your homeboys, though. I'm gonna keep it a buck. That's a homeboy.
Yeah, and you right, homeboy. You right. But check this out, my nigga. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna go out there and get that bag.
I think.
Yeah, no, that one is not a question, man. That body shaming shit. Okay, I get it. Like with the streaming thing, it can come in volumes and droves. With the 9-to-5 thing, you might just maybe, occasionally have that occasional crash out customer if you're a waiter or whatever the fuck, right? Crash out customer that, they may complain about a little piece of a hair on their food, and then now here they go calling you fat and damn, actually you stink, get out of my face, call me the manager, like all type of crazy, right? You might get, but they don't come at high volumes. You might get like maybe 1 or 2 of those customers a day. You know what I'm saying? At worst. These guys, you know what I'm saying? Get a whole chat of like 5 to 10,000 people in the chat just spamming L's, spamming, you know, fat loser and this, that, and the third. Y'all can make the comparison there and draw the conclusion, you know?
She's got something she wants to say.
Oh my gosh, wait, we're seeing a flag.
Unfortunately, these flags are actually useless. We decided to use a timer instead because we suck at explaining things.
Right, that's true.
So you raised your flag. Is there a reason you did
Yeah,
that?
because I was actually a cook for 15 years. So that means for 15 years, I had to get up practically every day,
Yep.
get dressed, go to work, and I had to deal with not only adults, but I also had to deal with children.
Oh no.
With children every day.
We deal with tens of
Not the children. Not kids. Wait, what the kids be saying though?
thousands of children and adults.
The Lacey Thugs are. Do you not know who the Lacey Thugs are?
I can't go out in public without 10 kids coming up asking for a picture. You know how hard that is of a life?
Isn't that
That is
special?
difficult.
How long do you
hard
think
that
this
is.
is going to last?
Forever.
Forever.
You think this
hopefully.
is going to last forever?
I hope so.
Oh shit. Yeah, nah, that's actually a great question. These kind of things, they come and go, bro. They remind me of celebrity culture. You know how celebrity culture is not like permanent, but I feel like I could kind of understand why they feel like there might just be a permanent element to, you know, them, you know, their wave, right? It's the familiarity. Like people will never forget your face. You feel what I'm saying? For as long as the people that supported you while they're young, because the streaming audience is pretty much a young audience predominantly. But you know what I'm saying? Like for as long as they still keep living, you may be in your 70s and they be in their 50s or whatever, 40s. They're gonna recognize your face, especially, you know what I'm saying, provided that you was one of these everyday streamers in their face always. You're giving them a reason to remember you at the end. You feel me?
Just prove my point for me. I don't have that security that's gonna last forever. Having a job, being
That's
a
why
cook,
you gotta grind.
you have that security of, oh, I have a job, I have a degree, I have this. This could end for me tomorrow.
Hypothetically, if you all of a sudden you lost all your followers, what would you do?
I know what he'll do. Get a
No, I'm asking
trigger
him.
warning.
I'm asking him. What would you
Job.
do if you lost completely all your YouTubers? You had nothing. No one watched you anymore. I didn't even watch you anymore. What would you have to do? You would have to go to work. Oh my God! Did I just?
Wait, why did that sting like that? Bro, I'll be real with y'all, man. I feel like, you know, it's nothing that I can respect more than somebody that, you know, can humble themselves to what their situation requires of them. You know what I'm saying? And if neighbors do get to that point, like, of, you know, now you gotta quit this whole little streaming thing, go get a job, you do that, bro. But like, you know, we gotta understand that at the same time, like, shit is not permanent, especially in this day and age. Look, things like a 9 to 5, you know, maybe back in the 80s, 60s, 40s, whatever, just back in the day, back in the day, the back of the day, in the back of the day, damn, right? Back then, bro, right? Yeah, you would be like, yo, my little 9 to 5, man, you know, it's security for the rest of my life. Like, that was a reality. These days, bro, something like a 9 to 5, you can literally treat it as a side gig. You know what I mean? Where, you know, now we in a world where even things like side gigs can contribute towards a stable system of an income that you may have for you. You may work part-time because, you know, you don't trust the security of 9 to 5, so you don't want to completely put all your energy in a 9 to 5. You want to have something that you can control. You can, you know what I'm saying, while having the security of a 9 to 5 for the time being, right? Knowing that if something goes wrong here, since I'm an independent mind here, I may have shit wrong here. Like, there's still the 9 to 5 to just keep me afloat, you know, on some side gig vibe. You may have a whole lot of these things right, and still win. You feel what I'm saying? Whereas back in the day, yeah, just having your 9 to 5 was winning. Now it's a whole lot of uncertainty about it and shit like that, right? And so like, yo, the like where this old lady is coming from is from like the security of that, right? Like I'm not undermining that. You feel what I'm saying? But I can also at the same time see why it's scary for somebody like Lacey to be like, yo, dog, like you as an old lady, you think I have to, at the end of the day when all is said and done, like a 9 to 5 is what my, you know, my end all and be all will be in life. It's like, what? I can kind of like understand where Lacey's like, how dare you even conclude that? Like, that's crazy. Like right now in 2026, right? It's like it kind of like doesn't, you could kind of see, you know, the bubble effect, bro, where it's like, yo, you trapped within this bubble where yes, you grew up, this is how you grew up and shit like that, but yo, you gotta get with the times. Read the room, bro. Hear me?
If I sent you,
That's a slur. If I
That's
did
a slur,
use all
listen.
my followers, I would probably buy a couple houses and start my real estate empire.
That's what I'm saying. It's like today's time, whether you like it or not, if you're looking for true like financial security and things like this, you will do what Lacey just said, bruh. Like at least, you know, these is one of the things you will try. You won't like now take all this money that you make from streaming, splurge it, and I'm only saying if you are the sensible kind. We know there's a whole lot of nonsensical thinkers, right, and decision makers. But like, you trying to create for yourself some security, man. You know, you ain't investing in no 9 to 5. You're investing in some real asset creation. So you know, for financial income generation and shit like that.
okay, so then you would have to actually go to work. You would actually have to go to the office.
And I would think that would be a much easier job than streaming.
You gotta go into your setup though.
Oh yeah, it is work, right? But you know, we don't consider it work because you're the boss, you're the founder of that whole little situation.
Sit in front of studio lights and read the chat and be interactive.
But no, he lost everybody. He lost everybody. He has no followers whatsoever. He would have to turn around.
You're proving my point.
You would have to turn around.
You're proving my point on why this is harder because I could lose it all tomorrow.
Yeah, but you could lose it tomorrow.
If let's say you're a cook, right? Let's say you got fired. You have hundreds of people lined up. You can go cook over here, cook over there. You
could be a private chef.
You could be a private chef. Exactly. I don't have that security.
I was a cook in the school system. I cooked all frozen food.
But you still cook. You still cook. You go cook for another school.
I think I saw a flag right here.
Flags. I see red flags.
I'm gonna have to backlight. Yo, Lacey, this is the truth.
I think something you guys aren't taking into account. Say we get a brand deal, I gotta post on an Instagram story. I gotta go find the 4 local cans.
Oh my god, bro.
I gotta make sure I get the 4 local can. And
Not to mention,
You have to do work.
it ruins our Twitter impressions too.
I gotta tag them.
And then that goes into falling off.
My name is Rhonda. I'm a registered nurse from the South.
Nice to meet you.
From
Nice to meet you, Rhonda. And of course, Rhonda.
35 years ago, I decided to go to nursing school because I wanted to be a creative, I thought. I loved fashion, I loved acting, I loved singing. But in the South, whole lot of racism. Back in the 60s and the 50s, people didn't give a rat's ass if you created something, and they wouldn't support your business. So yes, a 9 to 5 is much harder. I had to work 7 to 3, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. I had to support my daughter.
Rhonda,
you get spoiled.
Rhonda, can I ask you a question?
Nope.
Have you ever done it?
You get spoiled. You get spoiled that your mama and daddy keep.
Nah, then what's the point of the debate then?
Rhonda, I got a question for Rhonda. Rhonda, have you ever done a subathon?
What's a subathon?
30 days straight.
24
hours a day.
Day and night.
No break.
We all streamed.
That ain't even healthy.
You're talking about working 7 to 3. You have 2 30-minute breaks throughout that. You get to go home afterwards, see your family, relax. We were on camera 30 days straight, no personal.
What
if you know how hard
day
it is
were you a registered nurse? When did you get a break? You clean boo-boo?
When have you ran a 3-minute ad? When have you ever ran? You never ran a 3-minute ad.
You pass trays. You're short-handed.
Talk about the fake relationships that you have.
Oh my God.
Now, the points that these brothers is bringing up is like, you know, it's valid points. You know what I'm saying? like the whole process of running ads. Like I'm not, look, bro. Y'all can see my 12 subscribers. Anyway, shout out my 12 subscribers, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I haven't even gone to the point of running ads. You feel what I'm saying? And there has been some complexities that I ran into. Trying to make sure that I optimize my my videos and thumbnails and okay, these are simple tasks right now, but you gotta imagine getting into the game, knowing what it takes. This shit is complex, bro. You know what I'm saying? Linking and adding the cards and adding the end screens and knowing the importance of those kind of things. Like these layers is complex. Now, couple that with just like working with the YouTube partner program type shit. Now you gotta make sure that the ads is da. You feel me? I ain't even gotten to that level, but it's like it needs a certain sense of mental complex handling of things. You feel what I mean? And that's another aspect of just like being a streamer. You gotta have all these kind of things in mind, whereas with the 9 to 5 it's just 2 tasks, bro. Just be here on the days that we need you here, but it's just 2 tasks. Yes, it might be like a 12-hour shift, but that's it. 3 to 4 tasks, nigga. Like, bro, we're not asking much. That's all we asking. And that's your role.
Think about this.
What?
Imagine every little person, we call them parasocials. They judge your relationships. You can't go out to dinner or have a girl take a picture in your car without them finding out and judging you.
I got caught with my ex.
I got caught with my ex, and I got treated like I was a pedophile for it.
But mental health. When you stop caring about what
That
people think
parasocial
and
stuff.
what they say about you, do you. And that's a big problem with younger people. You care about what people think.
Oh shit! Is this that reality check part? With the older people check the younger cats, and the younger cats are all silent and shit.
Social media, what they say about you.
That's our
job.
You said you're a nurse, right?
Shit.
35 years.
What do you think's harder? 24-hour open surgery, like when you're helping with, the doctor, etc., or 24-hour stream?
24-hour open surgery.
Oh, brother.
Short-handed.
We're saving thousands, you're saving one.
Ooh, oh my god, you just say that? Oh shit. Oh shit, okay. Go. I ain't gonna lie.
Alright, so you said 30-day subathon, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
My argument is that none of you guys actually did any of the work during that, and it was all your filmers, your
part of the
editors,
face team?
your producers. All these people back here are the ones doing the work. You guys just show up and have fun.
They didn't do anything.
It's a group project.
No, because here's the thing.
That's bad takes.
That's bad takes.
They wouldn't have any work if it wasn't for us, though.
Oh, the cameraman, the camera neighbors.
I would even go as far to say,
Yeah, man, come on, bro. Like we gotta be straight about the fact that these people, it's like a yin to a yang. You know what I'm saying? It's like a yin to a yang, because I feel like, once neighbors get to a point of getting cameramen and shit like that, it is about opening up the opportunity for somebody else to get paid. You know what I'm saying? And have this opportunity to live within this world. You know what I mean? And alternatively from the whole traditional 9 to 5 salary game. You know what I mean? Because the streamer, I don't know, are people that far removed from like selfie video taking and shit like that, right? Because like, if people are so bougie as to like throw that out the window, it's like, y'all gotta keep in mind that that's where niggas started though. At the end of the day, let's be real. You know what I'm saying? So with that in mind, it's like these creators can literally go back to just like holding the camera themselves. You feel what I'm saying? It's not like that's something that's so never been done that if I do it right now, it wouldn't work. Like my streams would still go, right? It'd still hit the way they supposed to hit. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, the cameraman that prefer shooting other people, right? They could get over that. They could get over that fear and start filming their own selves. God damn it, you know what I'm saying? And then there we go. They got their own streaming career started. So literally, like both of these parties, both of these sides, the creator and the cameraman, they can literally do their own thing if they want it. But now they leave the space open so that they can come together and literally this one provide this need for this one, and then this one, the creator, provide the opportunity for this man to, you know, grow their portfolio as a cameraman. You know what I'm saying? Grow their street cred as a cameraman and their work and their abilities to edit and all of this. You know what I'm saying? It's like both of these people are actually one. Because it's all content creation. This one just shoots the content. This one produces it, like comes up with the ideas and all that. You know? So it's always gonna come back to like, yo, bro, you cannot split the two. You cannot split these two sides, dog. I think that's what this plumber, right, with the trucker wanted to do.
As every person in this room, we keep them employed as well. Because here's the thing, we get sponsors from these companies that have 9-to-5s, right? These companies, hold on. These companies are not viable without influencers to push the brand and keep them in business.
Have you ever worked a real job?
No.
So how would you know?
I have worked a real job.
What was your real job?
I worked 8 monts. I worked a double. I worked Walmart and Panera at the same time for a year.
Why is she laughing? Bro, it's not. She's making me mad. Why is she giggling? I actually feel like they're wrong.
Hi, I'm Chris.
All right, Chris.
Why do you think a 9-to-5 job is not harder than what you do?
Well, you're guaranteed to pay.
Guaranteed to pay?
Yeah.
And that makes it harder?
Yeah. No, it makes it easier for you
Makes
guys.
it easier because we have a guaranteed pay.
100%.
It
Talk
makes
security.
it
Talk about raises
and
Makes it
benefits.
easier for 9-to-5 people to have a job because their pay is
Yeah,
guaranteed.
when you go to work.
Bro, he asked that like 4 times. It's like, my neighbor, yes. That's what I'm saying, bro. What are we doing?
Every day, everyone's
So you're
like,
basing the ease of a job just on somebody getting paid
Oh, my
regularly? Is
5th
that what
time.
you-
well, let's just say that comes to perspective. If you say someone who works food, if you someone who works a doctor, it's obviously different. But if you're talking abroad, 9-to-5, someone who doesn't need a degree, yeah, it's way easier than being a streamer.
How so?
Well, it's because you're guaranteed and you don't need any crazy knowledge. You don't need to go to school for most jobs, like certain things like a 9-to-5.
You don't need to be creative or as creative. You don't, you know what I'm saying? You ain't dealing with the stress of like what comes with your audience and community, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Keeping your image clean so that business can continue engaging with you. You feel what I'm saying? Instead of having your name defamed, because even your reputation is what you depend on to continue getting paid and continue making a living. Yeah, we get it, bro. Like, what else? Like, where we at?
If you wanted to go work at Foot Locker, I could go to Foot Locker, apply, and then next thing you know, I'm selling shoes for pay every single hour.
And like you as a 9-to-5 worker, you can literally be you know, you could be a serial killer and keep your identity on the low but still have a job.
So according to you, a job is easier or harder based on the guaranteed pay? That's one.
A
one
ninth, but it
half's
doesn't
easier.
make.
Yo, this old man, boy, come on, boy. This old man wants you to speak yourself into a corner, bro. I feel like I fuck with his strategy already.
But
Well,
you're not
you started
even.
with
You're not
pay.
even. You keep switching it. So why
No,
don't
I'm
you
not
answer my
switching
question?
anything.
You know, you 100% are.
Yeah.
So how is it harder if you're guaranteed to pay? I worked for 4 years of streaming. I didn't make $1.
Well, what's your definition of hard? That's the thing. It's like what
Stuff
is
that you need
difficult.
creativity. You need
Okay.
to get out of your circle, comfort
Sure.
zone.
Yeah.
You need to be able to actually make people believe what you believe in the sense of like, oh, this is good content. Do you watch any TV shows?
I watch YouTube.
Okay, you watch
so
YouTube.
much YouTube.
So it's the same thing. So the people that
Absolutely,
you're
yeah.
entertained by are the people like us, just for a different audience.
That's true, but you're talking about entertainment as a job. We could talk about entertainment.
This is entertainment,
as a job.
but this
yeah,
is entertainment.
entertainment
But
as
my
a
question
job
to you
doesn't have
is
any
why?
guarantees. Absolutely.
So do you truthfully, you could sit here and think that working at like a Foot Locker or something like that, I'm just using that because that's the best
Sure.
example,
Yeah, yeah.
is harder than a streamer?
It depends on what you are saying. The
Oh
word
my
hard
god,
means.
bro, we're not getting anywhere with this old guy. He answers questions like, and no offense, he answers questions in parables. Like Jesus, and shout out to Jesus Christ, bro. Like, you know, I liked his way of answering because people would ask him a straight question and he would answer in like parables to a point where you end up admitting that you're saying whatever you want from him, but you end up saying it. That's such a, you know what I'm saying? That's like that mind play there. It's so hard.
To you because
In the
there's
sense of
hard
everyday
physically,
activity, because
there's
some
hard-
people around here said, "Oh, I got to wake up at 7 a.m., 8 a.m." Oh,
Yeah.
okay, we have to do the same thing.
Sure.
Some people do that.
And you deal with yourself.
No, we deal with millions
When
of people.
you're creating that content and you have your phone,
Okay.
you're dealing with you and yourself in that phone.
Okay, so what happens?
You're not dealing with
Not true.
coworkers and you're not
That's not
dealing
true at
with-
all. I have an
Okay.
editor that I pay who relies on me. If I stop doing
Which
any
is
type
later.
of content, he loses
So when
a job.
you go to your job, when you go to work, rather than punching a card, you pick up your phone or you turn on a camera.
Okay, so when you punch the card, let's say, who's above you? Your boss, right? What happens if he just takes the business and he says, "Oh, we're not doing it anymore"? You lose your job.
If the work is picking up a phone or turning on a camera as opposed to going in with a bunch of people and having to multitask tasks you have to do throughout your shift and deal with your
Tasks you gotta do
coworkers
throughout
and
the stream.
interpersonal thing, tell me how much you do of that stuff while you are actually doing your job for however many number
Okay,
of hours that
perfectly.
you are talking and typing and shitting and eating and all that stuff that everybody's watching you do.
Go ahead.
No, but there's actually a mental aspect.
I understand that, yeah.
No. Let me hear me out.
Go ahead.
Camaraderie. Like you have like a group of people, like friendships, relationships, which is the most
Sure.
important thing in life. So do you build that with your coworkers and stuff like that?
Sorry, bye. See you later.
So you have a lot of flags.
What's your name?
So I'm Angelina, and I work as an executive assistant.
You're right. You're right. She's right. Hang on. She's right. She's right. I'm not gonna lie.
Back? Are we back? Cool. I check 1, 2. All right, cool.
To cook for myself and get to bed in time and wake up in time to commute back to my job. You guys talk about how it's hard because there's a mental aspect, and I understand as someone who's been on social media a lot that you get
How long have you
berated.
been on social media? Just to get broad.
So I actually did content creation starting at the age of 14. When I moved to LA, I gained like 10,000 followers off the bat, and I was very young, and I started working with different brands.
Okay.
I totally understand the mental aspect. It's just that you guys can afford to say, hey, I'm gonna go wherever for 2 weeks, and that can be content, that can be your job, and you actually get to relax and travel the world and have other
So,
opportunities.
you're just saying a lot of points.
There's no relaxation.
Just like I can answer a couple. So you were saying like to go back to the beginning, you were saying like you can manage like your time with like
Yeah,
relationships.
nah, I feel like she just covered literally the, the attractive aspects, right? That's the wrong one. Right one, please. Yeah, we have the right one. Now, she's covering a whole lot of like aspects that would be deemed attractive by somebody that like is working a 9 to 5, right? And is dealing with a job that forces them to be monotonously, just habitually on their routines in terms of their tasks and what they need to get done. You know what I'm saying? Those people are screaming. Those kind of people, the 9 to 5ers, they are screaming for vacation times and times where they can kick it, get on an airplane, just go to, whatever vacation spot. Now, you being the person that being the content creator / streamer, being able to, do that whenever and do that as many times as you need to create the content, right? Doing that still takes the energy. Because now we're not talking about just one time vacation that you do. You may have to do it constantly so that your content can just like, maybe let's say you're a travel streamer or some shit, travel IRL streamer. I'm saying you explore the world or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And you might, the speed, you know what I'm saying? Let's look at I Show Speed. And now, you know what I'm saying? Look at the energy, look at the toll, look at, you know what I'm saying? Especially like people knowing who you are. You're a 9 to 5 worker, you go on vacation, nobody knows who you are. So you're enjoying your time, your relaxation, your moments of unwinding from the job and all of that kind of thing, right? In peace, bro. Now somebody like a Speed, I don't know if you've seen like the clips where people just go crazy on Speed, bro. Hold on, bro. Let me see if I fucking get the, the clips. They were pulling his hair and everything, bro. Check this. Now you gotta understand, bro. Look at that. Hold on. Let me put on the right scene so that y'all can see it proper. You know what I'm saying? So you as a 9-to-5 worker, you going maybe to Italy or whatever. Oh, Norway. He was in Norway. Check that. Check the title, right? Homie was in Norway. I Show Speed leaves Norway happily. Okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You're in Norway, bro. You enjoying your time. You having your moment in peace. Nobody is harassing you. Nobody's like doing this as you leaving the hotel that you was in. You know what I'm saying? But now look at I Show Speed, bro. Look at the vibes. Look at that, bro. They pulling on his hair. Oh,
Relationship, was that correct? Like you have your girlfriend when you go home, like.
Oh, look at that. Look at his face, bro. They fucking you up. They messing you up, bro. You understand what I'm saying? So nobody's doing that to you like as a 9-to-5 worker. You go to Norway. You know what I'm saying? So we also have to consider these parts of it. You know what I'm saying? And you have to constantly keep doing it. I think he did it for like a whole month straight. It was a whole subathon as well. One like a type of a subathon, right? I continue traveling, dog.
I fortunately have a support system, but I every day like ask myself how I would have been able to do it without.
Example. So you said 14 you started. I started at 16. For about 3 years, I was making money, and it slowly went super up, and then all of a sudden it went down. Right? I lost everything, fell off completely. About to myself. Real story. This is a real story. This isn't a joke. Why are you smiling?
We've all been there. Every 9-to-5 worker has been there.
So
that's
going
why.
back to what you said.
Nah, that's what I'm saying. Wasn't this the point that I was trying to make to y'all? That both of these sides, when it comes to self-deletion, man, come on, bro. Both of these sides have like ideated least.
How you have a support system. I moved across the country from my parents at the age of 19, lived alone in an apartment, was paying a certain amount of money every single month, and I was losing money. I wasn't making enough money to pay my like I had money in my bank for my rent, but I wasn't making more than my rent.
Yeah.
So I was losing.
You were in the red every month.
I was in the red every single month. Girlfriend broke up with me at the time, so
Damn.
alone across the country. So it's like when you're alone too and everything's going down, where's my support system?
I don't like why she's laughing, bro.
Okay, so I have a question. You said that for the first 4 years you started streaming, you had no income. How are you able to survive?
I lived with my mom. I was 16.
So that to a certain extent is privilege.
That's privilege?
It is.
But my mom, how's that privilege?
How is that privilege? Because you're still 16. You actually still are expected to go to school. Any child, regardless of what you do, like in your extra time, in your spare time, like you're still a 16-year-old that needs to attend school. What are you doing outside of your mother's house? Like, yo, that statement there was so ignorant, bruh. What do you mean that's privilege? That's what's supposed to happen. He wasn't an adult yet. He was a teenager, right? And obviously that is the more sensible way of starting this whole streaming and content creation thing, is when you're still at that level, when you're still at the level where you're obligated to be at your mom's house for as long as, you know, they ain't disowned you or whatever. Be at your parents' house. And that's when the whole experimenting with this thing is supposed to start. Because now once you get out the house, it has to be at a point where like it's solid enough for it to be a consistent income stream. You know what I'm saying? And that does take a whole lot of work before it even gets there. Right? The brother was 16. Like, where should he have been? Under a bridge or some shit like that? Who's employing a 16-year-old on some full-time basis? Like, full-time vibe, like.
It's privilege because you have the support system to have a place to live.
Well, at 15, 16, I would hope I have parents that would live.
Exactly,
yeah, but
bro.
a lot of people don't, and they have to take 9 to 5.
But now, is that his fault? That other people don't have that kind of situation? I wouldn't even call it a privilege because it's not privilege. It's a situation that's supposed to happen that way. So, but is it his fault that a whole lot of people don't have that kind of access to a reality?
So a lot of people don't have houses
A lot of
when they're
people
working
don't
9 to
have
5s?
families that support them or accept
But that's a
them.
whole different conversation. What does that do with the 9 to 5?
Because they still need to survive. So the fact that you were given
So
the
how did you move to LA?
I moved across the country as well with my mom when I was 15 years old.
Do you not think that's privileged?
I mean, we moved into a 1-bedroom in Santa Monica and shared a trundle bed, so.
Okay, well, I was reselling shoes to afford my mom's mortgage and everything.
I get it. I've definitely helped my family out in times where I was able to, but I also had to have my family support me in order for me to have certain opportunities to make money in the first place. So if you didn't have content creation, what would you be doing?
It's a great question. I don't know, because I didn't set my goals that way. I set up my life to that. I know I would do what I want to do. If we all got paid the same every single month, let's say just in simple terms, we all got paid $100,000 a month, a crazy amount of money. Would you guys still, truthfully, I'm asking a serious question, would you guys say that all of our jobs are harder than each other, truthfully?
Yeah, if she was a nurse, she had to go to medical school for years just to be able to have her
But
foot
she
in the
knew
door.
that she was getting security because she was going to be a nurse, correct?
Not secure.
How is it not secure if you knew what you were going to do?
Nothing secure.
Nothing's secure. You just proved my point. But you just proved my point.
No job is secure, but content creation gives you the ability to have those savings, to have an audience. And even if you do lose all your followers one day, even if
let's
you
say
lose,
I lost it all tomorrow.
you still have residuals of your previous viral videos. Even if people are hating on you and shitting on you, that's still adding to what goes into your pocket.
There's literally doctors who do one surgery and make hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Because they were trained for decades and they had to go to
So
school.
were we.
You went to school to be a content creator?
Streamer University.
Yeah, Streamer University, man. Talk about it. We got a dab pulling up.
How you doing, bro?
Good, how you doing?
Alex.
Gabe.
Gabe, how we doing?
I'm doing good. So first of all, I want to say I do respect all of you for what you do. I mean, you guys do work, but you do not work as hard as people who have a regular job.
You don't know that.
I mean, that I do know it for sure. It's very clear. People have to wake up and do their routine over and over again. It's not a daily thing, it's a weekly thing, it's a monthly thing, it's a yearly thing, it's a life thing. And if they screw up, they lose their jobs.
Look, bro, I feel like, okay, let me just, take this take and then like be out your way, right? In terms of the consumption of this video. Look, there has been an oversaturation of like the kind of jobs that, are replaceable. That's why the people that occupy these jobs are replaceable, especially being replaced by things like AI and machines, and you know what I'm saying, things that can come through and monotonously repeat what you were supposed to repeat and shit like that, right? It's an oversaturation. And so the fact that people are willing to pay higher for jobs that are, that can be occupied by people who cannot be replaceable yet, you know what I'm saying? People that come up with the AI, people that design the AI that's here to replace you. You know what I'm saying? It's like those people have the higher paying jobs because, those kind of complexities are they can only still be handled by human beings. No machine can like design another machine to do a job that you can do. You know what I'm saying? So the human mind is the only thing that still can do that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so let's talk even YouTube content creation. You feel what I'm saying? There is this rise of AI content creation that's just regurgitated by AI and faceless channels and things like that, right? But I mess with YouTube's complex method of spotting out what is AI and what is real human content. You feel what I'm saying? And that's because the human content still has complexities that AI cannot get to. You know what I'm saying? It cannot get to, those authentic human expressions that can like have viewers, engaged in my video and their attention focused on me, because I have those authentic elements about myself that you can relate with. AI doesn't have that. It doesn't even have a face right now. You know what I'm saying? That's why we talking the rise of faceless channels and shit like that. You understand what I'm saying? So I feel like keeping yourself in, I feel like this is how we can scale this shit, man. Come on. This is how we can scale why, your job is less important. That should just point out the hardness, right? The hard level of just having a mind that can tap into complexities that helps solve problems. If you can understand complexities that can help solve problems, you can build an AI system that can solve a whole bunch of people's problems. Instead of you know, poking your chest and beating your chest and being proud of the fact that no, you work a 12-hour job, but you do 3 to 5 tasks there, dog. And you're only frustrated at the monotony of that job. And like, this is what's stressful about it. I have to, you know what I'm saying? And being responsible and these kids and all of this shit. And I have no choice but to hang on to this job. But it's like, yo, you're doing the simplest of things, respectfully, to my 9-to-5ers. I'm still a 9-to-5er, bro. You know what I'm saying? I can talk this way. I know, like you know what I'm saying? Because look, I'm a 9-to-5er and also do this, and the demand of doing this content thing is way different, bro. You understand what I'm saying? What I gotta keep in mind, what I have to understand, like what's going on here. You know what I'm saying? I have to retain your attention. I have to keep being creative and productive to a point where the quality of my content even stands out from the AI shit, because that's also part of my competition. So the mental complexity of just like what you gotta understand and what you gotta put in is more than, you know what I'm saying? Is more than that 9-to-5 role, where it's like the instruction is already laid out for you. You don't have to do any other thing creative above that. Just do what we tell you and that's it. You know what I'm saying? So now in the age of, where AI and the mind that develops AI is compensated more, it just need, it should tell you like, this is what hard work is, dog. It's developing complex systems that could replace the lazy thinker. That's how, you know what I'm saying? That's it, that's all. I'm not gonna lie.
And they always have to be careful, because if they do something weird, they say something weird to their coworker or their boss, they're gonna lose their job. If you lose some followers because of something you say, you'll get other followers, and you have a large following enough where there's
cancel culture, buddy.
Enough of a range of perspectives that people will always be on board for you as long as you're producing content. People who screw up at their jobs and lose their jobs, and maybe there's a recession, there's not a lot of jobs, as could be now, they get potentially homeless or worse.
You ever heard of cancel culture?
What's that? Yeah, of course I've heard of it.
Cancel
but how many people have been canceled and came back? I mean, it happens all the time. Your boss is not going to be loyal to you if you don't get that thing in on time 5 times.
Okay, but check it
you're
out.
Done.
Okay, so listen, but to be able to get that loyal following of people that do follow you, you need to build that over years and years and years and hours of trust
That's what I'm saying.
and
Years.
communication and intimate relationships with your audience.
Okay, so
that's not something that's just given to you. You don't just fall into 1 million subscribers, 2 million subscribers, 3 million subscribers.
Of course not. It takes work for sure. But what you guys are talking about in terms of like the toll it takes on you, a large part of it.
Yeah, and I was watching this documentary, this Miskiff, is it Penguin Zero documentary, right? And how he built his way up to 1 million subscribers, right? I think he started in 2007, and by 2014 he had his 1 million subscribers. You feel what I'm saying? And if you think about it, it was 7 years. Isn't that like the same amount of time that like a doctor, you know what I'm saying, gets their qualification or gets to the point where they become a certified, surgeon, brain surgeon, what like, isn't it like around like 7-8 years or some shit like that? So it's the same amount of time, like, getting to a level where you have that 1 million subscribers. And it's not like, when we're talking about, okay, let me not point out, right? Let's just hop on to the quick word from our sponsors, then get part 2 rolling.
Timpani Beats.
Yeah. stoic in principle, free in the physical. Growing pains my agitation, so caring reciprocal. You my sibling just because your birth was a miracle. Even my sisters know that I'm cynical. Yeah, I know that I'm a hard one to deal with. Fighting with no weapon, I'm a carved one to kill with. Marching with no movement, I'ma start one to heal with. I'm just mad reactive, but my heart ain't with the drill shit. Can't wait to grow out of this revenge, sweet as honey and peaches to me. Freedom magazine to dump on enemies, cause buddy, you can't do me wrong, then live to tell the reasons. I mean, this shit ain't sweet pea till life humble me from the sea. Yeah, mercurial blood, skin do shine. The sun of the God it thunder, my home is the sky. Still I to argue with niggas, you pay no man.
Yeah, real quick. So, according to today's title, we could see that it is the battle of the work ethics. Yeah, the battle of the work ethics. Who believes their work is harder? You know what I'm saying? The 9-to-5 workers versus, you know, the streamers, the IRL streamers. I'm not talking about music streamers on Spotify, on SoundCloud, or anything like that, right? We're talking about the content creation streamers. You understand me? And now, I don't know, man. Some of y'all are streamers out there, right? Most of y'all are 9-to-5 workers out there. Hey, go ahead and have a field day in the comment section, right? Y'all leave me the comments of who y'all think works harder, or which industry y'all believe is harder. Because I don't even think it's a conversation about who works harder. I just believe it's a question of which industry is harder, like which people do the harder work. I don't know what that's supposed to prove. Maybe it's supposed to prove the thickness in their skin, you know, their ability to keep working even though they're going against the grain more than the other cats, right? Let's go. Let's see what it is.
Ain't sweet pea till life humble me from the sea. Yeah, mercurial blood vessels, my skin do shine. The sun of the God it thunder, my home is the sky. Still I to argue with niggas, you pay no man. Heard me pack on you boys, I ain't telling no lie. Yeah, lie.
Alright, part 2, man. Part 2, y'all. 9-to-5 workers versus streamers debate. What is harder? Right? Part 2, bro. Let's see it.
Let me tell you something, I'm a little older than you guys, so a large part of it is just general angst from being young, and you just happen to have a camera in front of you and like talking to people or whatever, but at the same time, like, you're doing exactly what most people are doing, which is dealing with life stuff, and that's normal. Like the mental toll that it takes dealing with people and getting comments and this and that, that's what everybody deals with. But you don't have to wake up at 6 in the morning and get to your job and then be there and like be on the whole time, no matter what. Anyone who has a 9-to-5 has to do it.
That neighbor was itching to ask the question. Did you see how that leg was jerking there?
Yeah. I said, what do you do?
Well, I'm a college professor, so I have to do that same
so
sort
you
of.
just gotta come in and teach the same shit for the next 10, 15 years?
Yes, you're right.
Come on, bro.
We
already know what you're doing.
We have to produce new shit.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Professors, dog, it's kind of the same concept, right? You have a bunch of new people every year, though. It's every, 12-month cycle or whatever the case. It might be a 6-month cycle. You know what I'm saying? When we talking about 6-month semesters and shit like that. But you have, a group of different faces coming to see you, and they grow this little parasocial, relationship or rapport with you, and you know what I'm saying? And they think they know you now because you're the professor that just like solve their academic problems. You know what I'm saying? You can solve their emotional problems. Oh shit! Wait. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Like, it kind of might be the same as the content creator, bro. And you do, deal with the occasional rebellious student in class that just doesn't want to, you know what I'm saying? Think they can tell you whatever the fuck they want to tell you. You see what I'm saying? And then you got a whole lot of students that actually sing your praises. Hey, you're one of the best professors. Like, yeah, dog. I feel like he might be one of the closer ones in terms of relating to what these content creators or streamers go through, right? I don't know.
Every day. For me, in point, you're a college professor, so you're essentially reteaching the same curriculum to the same students.
That I had to take.
Yeah, well, it's the same students, but they keep changing. They do change after a while. That's why I was like, you know, either after a year cycle or maybe a couple months cycle, 6 month cycle. You know what I mean?
There's to learn, but
you know
yes.
what I'm saying? But I started making content when I was 12 years old.
Okay.
It started out playing Call of Duty trick shotting. I don't think anybody in this room could hit a crane shot. I don't know if anyone in this room could quick scope.
I don't know if that's something to be proud of, but okay.
So I had to do that for 4 years,
Okay.
right? And then I'm like, okay. Then I had to do YouTube for 4 years,
Okay.
right?
All
And
right.
then
8 years
I had
already.
to do FaZe Clan, build FaZe Clan, build FaZe Clan out, fix FaZe Clan, and then
Okay.
do streaming.
Okay.
So you're
with how many
constantly-
people helping you?
How many people helping me?
Yeah.
Come on now.
For which stages?
All of them. There were a lot. You had a team.
When I was
Was it just you? Like
No. It
Okay.
was just me. There's receipts of this.
It wasn't built on the shoulders of anyone?
There's receipts on YouTube of me.
Okay, well, where did YouTube come from?
When I was
How did
13,
YouTube become so
when I was
easy?
13
Because a
Oh,
bunch.
yeah, he's gonna go that route. YouTube is established by human beings, so you were on the shoulders of those that started the YouTube. Like, no, don't do that, because you're on the shoulders of the university that you lecture at, bro. You're on the shoulders of the people that gave you the education and, you know, verified your qualification. If there was no one to verify, like, that's not even a conversation, man.
A bunch of people worked their butts off 9 to 5, making it a thing.
That's
and
what
if
you
it
did
didn't
to prove
exist,
your
if
point.
it didn't exist, you couldn't press play, you couldn't press record, and then just talk.
The fact that you have a campus to teach on.
Yeah.
Boom, then there you go.
Right, but I also had to
have a
spend
campus to
years earning my credentials and mastering.
And there had to be people to come and verify those credentials. People that work 9 to 5s, you know, fulfilling roles of people verifying credentials. Like, what are we doing? So you are on the backs of those 9 to 5ers. So this is not a fucking point to bring up, bro.
And I did it. Come on, guys. Your credentials are playing video games. I play video games on my spare time. Come on, guys.
So you just want to get paid to play video games. It's okay. We understand.
Yeah, that's the difference. It's just you. You just did not get paid playing video games, bro. Like, what are we talking about?
I'm Vicky, and my perspective is coming from a hair and makeup artist, physical job. Doesn't seem like any of you guys can even compete with the physicality.
brother.
You guys just,
I know how to do a 3-strand braid.
Just sitting on your butt and talking into a microphone.
know.
is
So-
very different.
So wait.
Very different than having to get up in the morning, carry all of your gear. You've got to carry all of your hair, makeup, all of your supplies.
Yeah, that
you
is
have
crazy.
to haul it around, get up early in the morning.
Yep.
You stand on your feet all
Bet.
day. You never sit down.
I hear you, I hear you. I built a house.
You're breathing in toxic chemicals all day.
All right, can I talk?
Hairspray.
Listen, so your whole
So
thing.
it's dangerous.
Listen, bet.
Your
Just
job
chill,
isn't
chill.
dangerous.
So
your
thing
job
is-
isn't
your thing
physically
is
taxing. You're just talking into a
So
microphone.
bet, listen. So your whole
She
thing.
doesn't get fat.
Your whole thing is we can't do what you do, right?
It's not
No, no,
physical.
no, but-
I'm saying that
I
a
just-
9 to
y'all let
5
me talk for a
job where
second.
you physically have to do
So-
some hauling around stuff.
So
and
I physically
you're
can't
just
haul
talking
around
into a microphone.
bags of like makeup. You physically could never trick shot. You could not hit a crane shot. You can't 1080. You can't hold a controller and make a 200K montage. You can't. No one in here can. Come on, man. None of you can.
That was the point that I was trying to make in terms of, yes, not only maybe are they doing what this stylist does and carry some gear, you know, sensitive gear. You drop that thing once, it may be over. You drop what they carry one time, it's over. You know what I'm saying? You drop a couple of the salon gear, you know what I'm saying? Come on, bro, like, it wouldn't be as fragile as whatever 360, whatever he was talking about. You know what I'm saying? And so another thing is the complexity of working that controller and getting the kind of shots that you need out of a controller versus just like, you know, yeah, holding that hair iron or whatever and just combing hair out and, you know, trimming some shit off or whatever, some clippers.
But you
None
can
of
carry
you-
some
none of you
hair
could
and makeup. And you
physically
have
go
to
do
do
that.
that for 12 hours a day.
Yes. Actually,
You're
yes.
taking him 4 days to hit a trick shot. It's taking you 4 days to hit a trick shot.
Actually, yes, I would have
Hours
to
a
do
day.
that.
And then your day is never
Yes, I
done. When you're
would.
done doing that, is your job done? Do you have to go shopping and replace
No, no,
all of the things
wait,
that
gotta
you
go edit.
use?
No, no. Listen,
You have to
Vicky,
clean
listen.
all,
Gotta go edit.
all of your gear.
You don't know about dry streaks. You don't know about hit markers.
But when you're done, you're
You don't know
done.
about if the Elgato wasn't on.
When
Can
you're
you
done, you're
imagine
done.
these
Oh
things?
my God,
disable resample.
If I rendered my video in Vegas and I sent the editor the clips without disabling resample.
Oh my God.
My montage is fucked. Your main underlying argument here is what you do is physically
Daily, day to day.
Okay. Your main thing is what you do is physically more taxing and hard than what any of us
And
do.
dangerous.
I could say the same thing. You cannot physically trick shot. You could never. I would go as far
Okay,
as
so how many hours a day do you trick shot?
I don't think.
How many
any of you
hours
guys
a
ever
day do you trick shot?
How
many hours?
When I was trick shotting, it was 12 hours a day. It was however long I needed to. However
Every
long I
day,
needed
12 hours a day
to. However
trick
long I
shotting?
needed to hit a clip.
12 hours a day, every day.
5 seconds.
And that clip is.
He carries a Barrett 50 cal and he jumps off of stuff.
I would have to get on Call of Duty, turn my sense all the way up to 10-10. I would have to get to last. I would have to pray to God that he would be in the right spot, throw the concussion. Now I gotta have my rotations down. I gotta have my rotations.
Dead zones. Talk about the dead zones.
Talk about dead zones.
Stick drip.
Stick drip.
Thing is, for the most part, but that is not all YouTubers that are doing something physical. A lot of it is just talking.
Yeah, but she also said it was dangerous. We could
lot
walk
of it is just
around
yaps.
IRL stream and someone could rob us or kill us.
I gotta.
Wait.
They're laughing.
Oh, what do they know about that? You know what I'm saying? What do they know about that police raid and shit like that? Oh, damn. What do people know about that police raiding type shit? Where you got a streamer, you know what I'm saying? They be in their own crib and one of their chat people in the chat just like, you know, reports that something crazy is happening at that streamer's house. And the police just get in there raiding everything, just, you know what I'm saying? Leaving that creator, you know, rattled and shit. Like shocked and scared and all, you know what I'm saying? What do they know about that? Police raids? Crazy.
It's happened recently. I've gotten a pumpkin thrown on my head by a crackhead.
Crackhead ran up to him on stream and almost
died.
Almost
Because he
decapitated
quoted
him
his
when he
thoughts.
was-
Yeah.
Damn. Silky's up. Silky up.
My name is Thelma. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir. I am very occupational. My last job, I worked as a librarian with elementary school children. I have been an executive secretary, legal.
Quiet people.
This neighbor don't even want her to finish, bro.
Yes, yes, all that. You know, because it's who you are. That you know, we create social media all the time because that's what we are. We're 9-to-5ers, and we interact and have energy with people. Where I don't think that you guys have that.
We have energy.
Are you serious?
You have false energy because you're across the screen. You're not interacting with people like we do.
So what are we doing right now?
Interacting?
What are we doing right now?
You're doing it now because we're doing a video.
Wait, isn't she debating for us? That's making it harder for us.
Do you know that there's millions of people?
Now I'm not gonna have all y'all gang up on me.
There's millions of people who watch the video.
Yeah.
She ain't comfortable with a gangbang. Y'all chill. Y'all
They
chill.
lives every day, probably more than doctors.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
There's people that literally stay alive because they want to watch our videos.
You know about going out into the clubs at night, staying out till 10 o'clock in the morning, trying to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning so you can get dressed.
So you was having fun.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so
what I'm saying is like you guys don't do the interaction. You don't touch people like this.
Okay, now
What kind of shit's going on?
you go to the club, you get to put some shades on, and you go by your day to work. We can't do that because we have thousands of people.
But is
You're
that your
drunk,
choice?
You're high. You're
But is
hungover.
that
Just
your
get off
choice?
stream. We don't want to see you like this.
But is that your choice?
We don't like you like this. Why are you doing this?
But is that your choice? You
What do you
chose that. You chose this
No,
life.
that's the thing. We can't. We
And
can't
that's what's
do what you
happening
do.
now. That's what's happening now with the whole world. It's a total disconnect. When you have a 9 to 5, you dealing with people. You touching people's hearts,
deal with
souls,
people too.
mind. No, you are not.
Do you know how many?
They deal with people all the time.
I think. Look, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, and I respect what you do.
Do you
because
watch
I think,
any entertainment?
Oh my God.
Of course I watch
So do
entertainment.
you ever-
I got kids.
wait,
I got grandkids.
Do you ever laugh? Do you ever laugh?
Of course I
So
laugh.
then they
We're
interact with
touching
you.
them.
But the interaction is
Did
not
it make you
real.
feel better?
When I'm watching
Wait, did it make you feel better?
Then what make me feel
Have you
better?
ever
It all
watched-
depends on
have you ever been
it all
entertained?
depends- it
Have you
all
ever been
depends
entertained
on
and been like,
what's coming.
oh, I feel good?
Some of it is fake.
right now.
Some of it is fake.
You're not answering.
So now let me.
Okay, well let me answer your because I'm debating him.
Okay, yeah.
But go ahead.
Right after this, I got you. Right
Okay,
now. Go
all
ahead.
right, come on.
So when you're entertained, have you ever felt like your day was better if you watched something? You've never felt like that?
Yeah, sure.
So what's the difference with us?
The difference with you is that you guys do this 24/7. That's all you do.
Yeah.
You know, you just like you. Wait a minute. Somebody made a comment about, oh, I can't even go out with my girlfriend, or I can't even go out in public.
That's right.
I can go out in public and be seen.
So it's
You know what?
easier.
I'm a very social.
Bro, IRL streamers actually go out in public though, hey? I don't get what that's about, because IRL streamers, they be going out, they be touching grass. You know what I'm saying? They be interactive. Well, it's a... Damn. Look, it's a very parasocial interaction. Like, it's a very detached sort of interaction, but you know what I'm saying? Even the content that they create, it needs them to be out touching folks. But it's like, we do have to keep in mind though that they are out interacting with their own kind. So it's like IRL streamers can only interact with their own kind. You know what I'm saying? Where we can get together, IRL stream this event, this party that we're all at. It's not like me as a random IRL streamer go to a party where nobody is doing the same thing that I'm doing. I feel like that's a little shaky, it's a little dangerous. You know what I'm saying? You're vulnerable. You're the only one with sensitive equipment. You know what I'm saying? It can get tricky. So that's why, you know, you actually need a whole industry of y'all to make it happen. But like, going out is a prerequisite of, you know, when we start to talk IRL streaming. Now desktop streaming and, you know, game streaming, you know, predominantly indoors, and you don't gotta go outside. So I feel like, had she specified like what kind of streaming she's talking about, because you know there is some facts to what she's talking about in terms of, yo, there's a lack of y'all going outside with what y'all do. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't write that completely off.
Person. I'm very popular in where I do and where I am.
Yep.
I do social media.
What else? What we do has not affected people. It's not real. How come when I go out in public and I meet someone and they're like, "Oh my God, wait, I love
they
your
want the
videos growing
picture.
up. You're my childhood. I used to watch you
Or their
every
hands
single
shaking.
day.
Their hands shaking.
Like you were my child. You know how like we grew up watching Disney Channel?
Yep.
I've had kids
Ben
come
10.
up hundreds of times throughout years of my life. Have kids come up to me and say these things. So
okay.
I'm Robbie. I'm a server at an Italian restaurant.
Come on,
Nice to
bro.
meet you,
Life's
Robbie.
easy.
Oh, that's not fair.
He has the same menu, makes the same food every day. bro.
First thing I'm gonna say is nobody's gonna say being a nurse isn't hard, because my aunt was. That is the
My
most
mom
difficult
was.
shit. How are you gonna disrespect your mom like
No,
that,
she
dude?
is right now.
You're gonna disrespect
She
your
loves
mom
it.
and say that your work is harder?
She tells
That
me
is
it's
so rude, honestly.
I was thinking, yeah, she tells me. Come on, nigga, what are we talking about? I got a nurse in my house. Like, you know what I'm saying? My mom's house right now.
Okay,
Works at 2 hospitals.
Let me ask you something.
She said it's mad easy. She can work at 2 hospitals.
No disrespect.
She said it's mad
No
easy.
disrespect for what
Nah,
you do.
bro.
I'm not your
What's
target
up?
audience. So break it down for me, because I don't even get it.
Oh my God.
Let me ask you something.
You just said I'm not your target audience because I'm black. That's what you just said.
Oh.
You don't watch me because I'm black. And this is what I'm talking about. It's harder.
Oh my God, Seal.
He has to get judged every
I gotta get judged every day. Everybody thinks I'm a hoodlum. I'm a nice guy.
He's a jolly dude.
I can't get a job because I got tats. I used to work at Costco's. I had the greatest 401k granted to me. That means that when I retire, I get the biggest stipend of my life. Do you know I could just sit there and just meat pack all day just to really realize that, what, maybe 20 years I'm gonna be sitting on millions?
Nah. I don't know why we trying to like meat ride right now. Yes, the whole security thing, and yo, it's secure because, you know, when I retire, I can get this whole fat ass stipend, you know what I'm saying, and like, you know, secure my stuff. But like, yo, you still gotta put in time, like mad time, for you to get like a nice fat ass stipend when you retire from there. Now, what's gonna occupy all that time? It's this monotonous, you know, repetitive kind of routine that you gotta be on daily. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather, bro. I'd rather fill my time up with shit where, yeah, you know, I gotta be creative and things like that. Like, even though some other people may see it as the harder shit to do, like for me, like, you know, I'd rather do, even if it looks harder, but to me it's fun, right? I'd rather like grapple with that. So yeah, Silky, I'm not with you on that one where you're like, yo, you know, that's mad easy, I could have been doing that. Like, I don't give a fuck how easy it looks to you. Like I wouldn't have done that, right?
Because I worked at Costco's.
Yeah, Will.
Okay.
I didn't have to interact with nobody, just smacking meat.
Yeah,
smacking meat.
Is what you do fun?
I mean,
Do you enjoy what you do?
if I make it fun,
Do you make it fun?
I could make it fun.
Yes or no? Is what you do fun?
Not everything's fun.
What isn't fun? Break it down for me. What do you do in a day? We'll swap stories. What do you do in a day?
Okay, so it's very stressful, right?
Not fun at all. Because this dude was talking for 20 minutes about playing video games.
Whoa. It sounds like you're jealous, I'm not gonna lie. But
You're on his diesel.
okay, so look, right?
So I'm jealous of a harder job.
No.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
thank you.
Thank you. Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
that was sarcasm. You didn't read it. No, I'd like to.
No, listen to the time that I wake up. I wake up maybe 3, 4 p.m. Know what I'm saying? I'm already drowsy because I just smoked the night before. You know why I gotta smoke? Because I just deal with thousands of people. I don't even like people. I gotta deal with thousands of them. No, let him stay. You gonna stay for this, right?
Wait, but you still haven't described what you've done other than smoking pot and waking up at 4.
Okay, waking up at 4 p.m., right? Now wake up. I gotta brush my teeth, right? Gotta make sure, cause I got a lot of comments. Now, you know, he don't brush his grills. What does his real teeth look like? I gotta make sure that my
He got Chanel earrings like a bad bitch.
And there's girls in his chat too sometimes. So,
yeah.
you
Know what I'm saying?
See him.
I gotta make sure I'm freshly saving. I'm not saving for this video. I already know what's gonna happen. It's about to be negative comments. Yo, shave that little scruffy shit on your face. Cool,
So
right?
he got fat.
Now I have to gain more rivals, but probably 1 to 2 hours before stream. You know why? Because I don't get to game it for after work. Like I could just game it after work, bro. I can't. You know what I'm saying? You can't just do that, right? After I do that, now I gotta sit here and plan with somebody what I'm gonna do for the stream today. Oh, looks like we got no content. All right, let's see if we could just scrabble something around.
No content, no money.
No content, no money. Now look, probably by 8 or 9 p.m. I'm still probably thinking I gotta do something for stream. My mind is fried.
Do you know what's crazy?
That's why you gotta get fried. Oh, that's when he gets fried. Because when he gets fried, that's when the artificial ideas they pull up, but those they make for good content, right? Because you got artificial minds to brain rot. You know what I'm saying? To contribute to their brain rot. So now you're smoked up, you're high. That's what you do, you know what I'm saying? You entertain that chat, and then it's another, you know what I'm saying? Night wrapped by 3, 4 a.m. That's why you wake up at 3, 4 p.m. the next day. Oh, I get it.
8, 9 p.m. for him? Oh, I did my work today.
You already did my ear?
I did my work today.
You took the same boss already.
You're going to sleep.
What?
I don't want to hog the space here too much, but do you know the expression, give a man enough rope?
You're losing me.
Kill him.
No, I don't know this. I don't know.
Basically, you're talking yourself into a hole, man. Okay, my turn. I'll be brief.
Wait, give a man a roll.
What is he?
Wait,
It means-
is that racist?
Oh.
Get this racist out here! He has no social cues.
right.
Oh, you're back?
Babe, I want to say to you,
Rhonda.
I'm your black auntie.
Yeah,
That's what I
okay.
want to say.
Uh-huh.
You say you don't like people. It's all about relationships that you got with people. So when you say shit like that, do you really mean that?
Do I not like people?
You said,
I'd rather be in my own space. I'd rather be by myself.
Yeah, you dealing with a whole parasocial generation these days now, Rhonda. Like these cats is something else, bro.
It's okay, but what is it that you're doing that's helping other people?
What am I doing?
Yeah.
Saving lives. I'm a superhero.
He's a hero.
I'm a superhero, no cape.
Uh-oh, here you go.
Look great. You look
That's
great.
right, I'm Thelma again.
I believe 9 to 5 is harder. I mean, fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, talk about it.
I believe.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It was already engraved in his subconscious from, you know, the days when he had to slave at a 9 to 5. I was like, nah, this shit is definitely harder, bro. I don't give a fuck what I do in life. It's been that way ever since, man.
I think streaming is so much harder. Why are you doing it?
I can't have a public relationship because of the public.
Because you work harder, you play harder.
And how they judge my relationships. I had a breakup with a girlfriend that I loved so dearly because I chose streaming.
So my question.
Nah,
again,
I loved her.
My question.
I loved her, and you're laughing.
My question again. My question. If you think it's so much harder, why are you doing it?
Because I'm passionate about it.
Okay, so you.
Because you work harder, you play harder, man. I just said that.
You love streaming. So do you love it more than you loved that girlfriend?
That's what I had to decide.
Oh.
I had to make sacrifice, and
So
that's
you-
what you have to do.
so you lost the human touch.
But guess what? If I had a 9 to 5,
lost the human
if I was flipping burgers, I could have had a girlfriend still.
But you lost the human touch for the streaming.
Being a streamer, you have to be judged on thousands of people's opinions every single day. 9 to 5 person, maybe one,
But,
2, 3.
okay, and then back to my point. Is that your choice? Was that your choice?
But that's not the point, though. The point
no,
is,
But the 9 to 5 was your choice too, bro. Well, oh my God, look, the 9 to 5 is people's choice based off of the fact that, yo, yes, there is no other choice, but this is how you choose to live. It's the choice to live, and this is, I'd say, you know, the path that's most taken, the path that's most chosen by people that you find here as you grow up, right? So obviously, inevitably, you're gonna do the same thing. But now we're in a place where even people like Jason the Ween, they felt like they had no choice in that, you know, taking the gamble to go the 9 to 5 route. For me right now in 2020, like whenever he started to take this professionally, you know what I'm saying? It's like that's much more of a weak ass gamble for me. Like it's a gamble where it's like the return is not gonna be worth the investment. You know what I'm saying? And so therefore I had no choice but to do what's gonna give me like most value for my energy. You understand what I'm saying? And how the world, like the direction towards which the world is moving right now. You know what I'm saying? It's like to make the most, like, you know, you look at the streaming thing, you're like, damn, that's actually worth it for me. And that's why a whole lot of young people have the energy, the mental capacity, you know what I'm saying? Just the vibes, the vibrations to, like, you know, handle these kind of industries and just like maximize, because they have a whole lot of open aspects to them. Like they don't have so much responsibilities, just like, you know, dragging them down, and they don't have a whole bunch of babies' mouths to feed and expectations from their families. Most of these guys is young, so their parents are still working class, so that they don't have as much of a demand to like support their parents, you know what I'm saying, their family and shit like that. So they got the flexibility, they got the room to just like, yo, play around with shit like the streaming and the content creation. You understand what I'm saying? And so if they don't have that, they feel like, yo, they have no choice but to have that, because they're gonna feel trapped if they have something other than that. Even though the 9 to 5 thing, yeah, it has these little benefits, but then as I'm saying, look at the people that are like advocating for the 9 to 5s. It's the much grown citizens, bro. So back then, that shit, you know, the benefits and the salaries and the wages and all of that, the rates and all of that, that shit was good when y'all was getting into it at first, right? Initially getting into it. But right now, to somebody like Jason, it's like, nah, bro, you telling me that's the only option I have. You're giving me no choice but to maximize right here with the streaming and with the, feel me?
My point. That's my point.
Streaming is harder
Was
than
that?
That's the point.
You gave up your girlfriend for streaming. Come on now.
Shit, he ran up a bag. He ran up a bag.
But the thing is,
He ran up a
it comes to a
bag.
point. Do I pick love and a future with someone I care dearly for? Or do I pick
something that I
future
love?
Something that I'm passionate about and motion. I pick motion.
You pick motion, right?
I'm Lala Costa.
Lala Costa? Amazing name.
Thank you. I'm an attorney.
She makes a percent off people's fuck ups. I like that.
If you had an opportunity to get a 9 to 5 that you could create yourself, like whatever you want,
Yes,
9
I
to
would.
5, you would take it?
Yes.
Because why?
Because I don't even enjoy streaming anymore.
You don't? What? Come to this
What are we
side.
doing here?
No, but I have to because this is what I built my career off of. I started.
You feel stuck.
I feel stuck, yeah.
Have you ever watched a show and you stopped watching it? Have you ever watched a show and you were like,
All the time.
it's the same thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I have to.
That TV show can't. It's done. What happens to all those actors?
It's
after that?
canceled
They gotta
because I
go to-
stopped watching?
Well, no. I'm saying if thousands
Baby,
of thousands of you
Honey.
stop watching.
I think you guys are mixing all
Yeah,
the issues.
Cartoon Network. It's like
and
they
not
got millions of
focusing
people.
on-
You guys know what Cartoon Network is?
If your
It's
father
gone.
would stop, would you come up with a different brand then?
All those people are gone. Yeah, but pivot. That's the point.
Hey, swag. Yo.
Nice to meet you.
I'm a professional model, but
Okay.
I've worked since I was at the age of 14.
Okay.
I was a gamer too.
I just think personally, like I agree with Jason that I think streaming does take a certain more stop than a 9 to 5, and I also think everybody in here, right? If you guys all try to be a streamer, right, and then we all try to do what you guys do,
You get L's in your chat.
the probability of everybody here trying to be an attorney is way higher than somebody making streaming a career.
Absolutely, your job is you
Yeah.
just got lucky because you're a gamer. You got lucky. There's so many people
I was
like
just-
you
I was
out
talented.
there.
It wasn't
These
pure
days,
luck. I was-
everybody's an influencer. Come on.
No, but
So many.
no. But specifically what I do, I'm not posting selfies around the world. It's basically all pure talent.
Wait, can I just why is he lucky? Why do we all get lucky though?
What is your talent?
Yeah.
Call of Duty. I was a professional Call of Duty player, like actual like.
So you were
gaming.
sitting at home and you're thinking, what am I going to do with my life while you were gaming? You're like, oh, let's put a
I
camera.
was 16, so it wasn't really like
yeah,
that.
you weren't really thinking of what should I do with my life, like what should I study, what should I like, where does my life go? You just got lucky.
It's not luck. It's
because-
just he's determined. He knows that's the only route.
He didn't get lucky. He put in hours.
Yeah, no.
That's what we do too. We go to
it
school,
wasn't
we
luck.
study.
Everybody's a little bit of luck. I think people who don't have a job, they feel like they want to get lucky by getting a job. So I think people even having a job is some sort of luck.
He said, how many people of us could do this? No, it's luck. It's 1 of a million because for whatever
How is
reason.
that luck? If 1 out of a million, that one has to be the best. So how are you going to dismiss
Is
all
he
his
the
hard
best?
work and all of his
Is he the
talent?
best?
I got four
No,
last
but
year. No. Let me give my statistics. There was over 300,000 people that played Warzone last year. This is the game that I play.
Okay.
I got 4th. So I was a top 12 player across the entire world.
And you're telling him
so that's not luck. That's
like
pure
less than
that's
1%.
pure skill.
So you're dismissing, is Michael Jordan lucky? Is LeBron James lucky?
Yes.
Are they lucky?
I mean,
No,
they have a talent. They have
They
a
work-
talent.
they had a
but
team.
as,
So what
you
he
know how
do-
many talented people out there and don't get the chance, they don't get the shot at it?
I don't want to take up his time. So he's not talented?
No, that's not what I'm saying. Not
That's
at
what
all.
you just said. You
No.
just said.
What he did
I
to get to
said
where
a
he is.
lot of people are talented, don't get the shot to do what he does.
Or people who
So
make it
it's
to the
luck.
NBA.
But I didn't even get a shot. I did it off the strength of me. There was no one who gave me a shot or anything like that. I simply
It's your own muscle, man.
You dead ass?
Yo, you being serious?
Why you laughing? It was 2000. I edited myself while I went to college, worked a job, and still went to school.
And yeah.
So that's not. I mean, if that's fucking, if that's luck,
Where's the luck at in that equation?
Yeah, where is
there
the
a
luck?
percentage? We are all lucky in some way, right? If we all have a job, we're lucky in some sort of way. But
God bless.
off of specific pure talent, and I worked on that since I was 16.
Again, I work with many talented people. I'm not saying about you. I'm
Yeah.
just talking in general. And there's so many people that are very talented, never get a shot because they don't do the right thing. They don't go the right path. They don't meet the right people.
don't put
so
the
there's
right
so many
work
even
in.
talented actors here. They never get a shot. So I'm just saying it's pure luck.
It wasn't luck. I just saw an opportunity and just genuinely took it. It wasn't a handout. It was simply just, I'm talented at Call of Duty. This is what I want to do. it took me 8 years to make it a career. Is there something funny?
She always just be cracking up like at everything, man.
Freaking video game.
It's a talent.
Permission to dick ride? Hey, he's made tens of millions of dollars playing video games, so.
Exactly, that's that privilege. That's that privilege.
But I'm saying though, you couldn't hop.
Nah, that's because y'all kept like shutting y'all kids away from playing these video games, and that's why, you know what I'm saying, y'all lineage is like broke right now and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you didn't give enough of y'all boomers or Gen Xers didn't give y'all kids enough of an opportunity to get on these video games and play their asses off, so that fast forward 2024, 2020 even 2019, they could start getting paid and making millions of bucks doing that shit. They could have freed y'all. Now, what do you mean it's privilege, bro? Like, those that had to do it either had to be blessed enough to realize that they have parents who are not as ignorant as y'all, right? Or number two, you get like a portion of kids that had to go against that grain, go against the fact that, you know, you don't want to, like, you're not supportive of that. You just be like, yo, it's a freaking video game. What do you mean you're gonna change your life with this shit? What do you mean you're gonna get paid? Get off this freaking video game. I'm not buying you any video game. You know what I'm saying? I mean, some kids had to go against that to like make sure that, you know, they make a career off of video gaming.
On a game and do what I do.
You couldn't do it.
That's a skill.
Your son couldn't do it. Your grandkids couldn't do it.
That's what I'm saying, because they kept cutting their grandkids from having those kind of things. Now it's like, damn, right? It could have been something from it.
Your son's grandkids could never do it. They could never do it.
Anything that takes a talent.
The genes are done. They can't do it. They can't.
How many hours a day did you spend?
When I was younger?
Yeah, when you were younger. Dude.
Oh, I would wake up 3 hours before school. So I wake up at 4 a.m. and I would play before school. Bus would come at 7. I go to home, come back, and do it again. Wow. I was 16. What's funny?
See, there's a disconnect here, because to you guys, when you guys were growing up, yes, it was just video games, it was whatever. But when we were coming up, we're like, wait, maybe we can make this career. Maybe if we get good enough at it and we create.
Do you not? But then again, that's those kind of parents that never take the time to understand their kids' minds, right? Why are you so pressed in me buying you this video game? Like, what is it? Ah, no, don't tell me about no video games. You can't see I'm struggling right now. I can't. You know what I'm saying? Okay, the struggle part, okay, that's real. But the whole, nah, don't tell me about video games. Take something else that's gonna make your life be taken more seriously. It's like, what?
Do you not think if you're talented at something, it's a God-given gift?
Video games is not. Like
You don't think you don't think it's talent?
You're just too old to understand.
That's I can't.
Yeah, she's one of those that dismiss their kids, their grand, you know, supporting their video game dreams.
I can't argue that because
y'all could never play FNCS either. It's the same shit.
I gotta keep it a buck. There's a disconnect. You come from a generation where this didn't exist. This career, you looked at this career and you laughed. Now, how come in colleges they're teaching courses on content creation and esports? When you grew up, this didn't exist. So no wonder you're gonna laugh when you hear this shit, because you're from a completely different generation. You just don't get it, and I don't know if you ever will be able to wrap your head around.
And it's fun. It's like, again, it's
you gotta fight back. You gotta fight back. I'm not gonna lie.
Nice meeting you.
Oh shit.
I'm Ronnie.
Ronnie, nice to meet you.
My name's Ronnie.
You were talking about job security.
Yep.
Are you familiar with layoffs, with being furloughed? Like taking it back to. That's being what? What does that even mean?
You lose everything. Every dollar. Everything. You lose everything.
Okay, and then you can rebuild yourself back. You
the same way you can do if you get laid off. You get a
yeah,
new
that's
job.
it's kind of is it not the same concept? Like
I don't know. Back in 2020, when everybody was getting furloughed, everybody was like, "Oh, let me go to social media." That's kind of an easy alternative. So that seems kind of easy.
I know, but if you lose a job, you can't.
You just get another one.
No, you can search for. You have an opportunity to search for another one. No?
Okay, I've been searching for another one for 10 months. I interview every day, give the same spiel, have to give that smile of walking through my resume.
I uploaded videos for 7 years and barely got any views.
And you uploaded 7 videos and didn't get any views.
Went to school and still.
And paid rent?
Yes, I still worked. I worked.
Oh, so that you had another job?
As a parking attendant, yes.
Okay, and was that harder?
Then what?
Than streaming?
No, I was on my phone all the time.
Oh, as a parking attendant, that doesn't sound like you were doing a very good job.
I was chilling.
You were chilling. You weren't good at your job.
He's waiting for.
But then that's the whole thing about like the job market these days, bro. This shit is like, as I said, bro, it's so monotonous. It's so replaceable. You understand what I'm saying? To a point where, yes, people have been on their phones the whole time they've been at work. We talking about these kind of, you know, job positions, right? The parking attendant, the you know, maybe the gas station attendant, the, you know what I'm saying, like people that like can just like zone out. Understand what I'm saying? Those people that like come and attend to you when you're inside of, you know, Mr. Price Sports or whatever, come and ask you, hey, what are you looking for? Da da da. Those sales reps, you know, marketing reps, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, of course that shit is like mad easy because you can escape. You need to escape. You know what I'm saying? And a whole lot of job fillings like have been that. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't even have to have college degree or whatever. Like they hire you off of high school. Straight up high school, you know what I'm saying? We do gotta consider which kind of jobs we're talking about at the same time.
Yeah, when cars park, they're done. Like it doesn't.
Okay.
I don't have to.
Well,
I'm not security.
That's
I just
a
go.
one
I go like this. I
9
go
to
like this. Yo, right there. I bet. Do you think an aspect of a video game, playing video games, is a talent?
I would say it's a skill. I wouldn't call it a talent. You can master it with, you know,
But people millions play video games, but there are very few people who are genuinely gifted at it.
Gifted? What are they, Mozart?
How is it not a talent? Why is it not a talent what he does?
You know what? I'm open to it being a talent. I think it's a skill. I think it's something you can master. I don't think.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of think so too. It does fall more to the skill category. You master video games, bro. Talent? I don't know.
You're a Mozart that you have this gift of like, whoa, when I put my thumb here and this thumb there and do this combo, I do this
You'd be
flip.
surprised. I mean, there's people out there who are genuinely
They have their opposable thumbs like so good.
That's like saying, here's a paintbrush, go paint me Picasso.
That's
Like, what?
I'm saying this is so hard. If there's certain games that have $1 million prize pools, if there's a skill you could just learn and you're looking for a job for 10 months, go pick up a controller and go hop in this $1 million tournament and win it.
I think that's possible actually.
You couldn't win it. You couldn't. You couldn't. You couldn't
qualify.
You couldn't.
What do you mean I wouldn't
You can't even
qualify?
find your OBS stream key. Stop playing.
I need to work for it, but
So like, but you're dismissing what he does. You're just dismissing like,
I'm not
oh,
dismissing. I'm saying
it's
that's
not a
easy.
skill, it's not a talent. Like,
I said it's a skill.
it's
I didn't
easy.
say it's a talent. I said it's a skill. It's a skill that
But
you can hone.
how do you
can
know?
master.
How do you know if it's easy if you haven't done it? Like if you
I
don't.
played Mario Kart. I've played other games.
Not a professional level though.
No, not a professional level because that's not what I'm trying to pursue.
I know, but you don't understand what it takes to be on that. Dismiss it and say it's yours is harder.
What
How
does-
do you know?
what
How
does
do
it
you
take
know?
to be on that
Because
level?
I've worked at 9 to 5.
Yeah.
so
What does it take to be on that level?
Just gift, and you got to play all
Just
the time.
gift?
Tens of thousands of hours of work
Uh-huh.
and editing and filming and constantly
I'm just
having
talking
to
about pure
innovate and
skill. As far as like the
reinvent
videos and stuff like that, just off pure skill.
I had to put tens of thousands of hours
Could you get a
into my
refresh second
studies.
zone, Tarping? Could you?
I have no idea what you said.
Could you get a refresh going into second zone with no mats? Can you get a refresh on the best players? You
I
couldn't.
can also put. I can circle back and give
Do
you
you know how to
different
short
terms
launch pad?
from
When
my
you're trying to get to third
industries.
zone, third moving. Do you know
I
how to
don't
short?
know no,
launch
I
pad?
don't. But
Exactly,
if I want,
you couldn't, but Excel sheet, you can do Excel sheet.
no, but exactly. I
They're
can
just talking. They're just talking game.
These
As
refreshes
a
don't come to
babysitter,
you.
I can talk to you about the different things I do and ask you, could you do that? No, but if you wanted to, you would.
If us four
Put on race.
took 3 days, you don't think we can master an Excel sheet?
Oh,
But let me give you, if I give you 3 days about a video game, do you think you could be that talented as me?